key on third down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play, and it's third down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Texans nothing.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Minshew. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you plan to...
Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
57's the mic. Watch 57. And one time out. Watch the booth. 57's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
39-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Patriots 28, Texans.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time an interception return for another score. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now, as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. And they run the option on 2nd down. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And down to the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Lights 57's right. Check right.
To throw again, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Watson on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Hey, 59! Check. Pressure.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal?
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. What's the run?
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score Patriots 35, Texans 7.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know I'm 2nd and inches. I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
And they give this time to the tailback. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And 3.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They are going for it. Here's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Patriots 42, Texans 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Deshaun Watson.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
General West. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Minshew sets to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them. Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll run it with Johnson. And some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready. 50, plant. You don't want to see me.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For Will Fuller.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Number 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete to number 9. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. At the 47. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll get this back across the midfield. Strikeman down to the 47-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ross Blacklock on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New England, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.